Up to this point in the course, we learned how to work with URLs and views, and we built this basic website here, which arguably is not very pretty. Now, we're going to change the look of this page in this module so that it does look better, but there's also one other thing which I would like to change because it's not really realistic right now, not really how we would build this in a bigger web application. If we have a look at our code and there at the views specifically, then we are returning some HTML code in some of these views, in some of these view functions. For example, here for the index view, where we render this list of months here, there we construct a long string consisting of li and anchor tag items wrapped in an unordered list, and that's then the data we return. And that is HTML code, which is interpreted as such by the browser, and which then leads to this list being output here. Now, if we leave the styling problem aside, we get a couple of other issues with that. For example, if we inspect that page source, what we'll see is that we got some HTML content here, but actually that is not really a well-structured HTML document. It's missing some key elements and some key features HTML documents should have, for example, to be optimized for search engines. In addition, the code we have here in our Django application is also not great. Constructing complex HTML documents or complex HTML code like this is not really how you would do it. This is not a complex document, but imagine if it would be. Imagine if you would want to create an entire page, let's say for a shop, with multiple products, with a navigation, with a footer, with all of that. Doing that in Python code like this would not be any fun. And the same, of course, is true for the other view where we construct HTML code. Here it's even simpler, but still, we don't really want to create our HTML code for the website in strings like this. Instead, it would be better if we had standalone HTML files which we can send back with the responses, but these files would need to be dynamic, so that we can, for example, inject our challenge text or inject our individual months which we want to output in this list here. So we need dynamic HTML files. And that's exactly what this course section will be about. It will be about working with so-called templates, which are such dynamic HTML files, and it will also be about static files, which we can add to our website. And we're going to have a look at these two features, how we can combine them and how we can use them. For that, we will first of all understand what exactly templates are and how they work in a Django website, in a Django project. We're going to take a closer look at the Django template language and the features it offers, because that will help us output dynamic content in HTML files. And last but not least, we're going to make our site a bit prettier by adding static files like CSS, but we could also add JavaScript or images with the technique I'll show you throughout this course section. So again, plenty of content to cover. Let's not waste any time and let's dive right in.